Well, hi guys, it's Saturday, it's Raven Guard versus the Vostroyan, and it's going to be an epic mission. If we just look at the board, each building's around about 5 inches away from each other, so it kind of works somehow. This is to simulate a war-torn city. This is where the Empire have come in, the Imperial forces have said, come and join the Empire of Man, and the Vostroyans have turned around and said no. We all know that they do in the end, because obviously they're in the Imperial Guard book, but in this play they've turned around and they basically said no, we're not going to join in, we don't want to join your Empire, go away. So the Emperor sent in the Raven Guard to pacify them and make them join and take out their leadership. So what we have with us today is Miles.
No.
He's playing his 1,000 points plus his Primarch. He's deployed. What we have also on the Vostroyan side is Matt. Matt, say hello.
You alright?
Okay, we're going to be seeing him a little bit later with his word bearers. Now, everybody's deployed. This is a very exciting mission. The special rule in this is Death Hail, where basically random explosions will happen around the board on each turn. Any troops left out in the open will get hit, but they can't be hit hit twice. There's 3 objectives, and as usual there's 2 objectives at 10, 1 objective at 50 points, and it's going to be a very exciting game. And this is Miles' first game. You excited, Miles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to do quite well in it. Okay, so this is the first of the Raven Guard games, and I will see you after turn 1. Now we're just going to quickly dice off to see who gets first turn. Highest dice wins. 2 and a 6.
Thank you, Jesus.
Raven Guards go first, so I'll see you at the end of turn 1 for the Raven Guards, and I'll see you later, guys.
There's going to be some bodies.
Hi guys, okay, so this is the end of turn 1 for the Raven Guard. It's been a very exciting moment. I feel that we've done this before for some reason. We made a mess up and we had to go back and reshoot it, so you'll have to forgive us for this. Okay, so let's start with the Dreadnought. So originally he was here.
Yeah, and he moved 6 inches forward, and I mean ideally I was lining up to shoot at the Sentinels, but I was guessing they're out of range, so instead I tried for the Ogrins, which were a shade closer.
So the Ogrins are over there.
They were just in range of the multi-melter, and I shot and caused a wound.
So that's our steroid enhanced warriors.
Yes.
Because we don't call them Ogrins in this campaign. They're steroid enhanced. Then we will move over to your scout unit.
The scouts obviously stayed put because they've all got heavy weapons. And I fired 4 sniper rifles and a frag missile at this reduced platoon here. The sniper rifles only caused 1 wound with a pinning test that was passed, and then a frag missile was fired, and that caused 3 more casualties, forcing a leadership check, which was also passed.
That's fantastic. They're doing really well so far. Okay, so we'll move on to your tactical unit that are stationed in the building.
Yeah, the tactical squad have stayed where they are because they're providing a fire base. Unfortunately, none of the guard units are in range of the 24 of the bolters. They're a couple of inches out. But I did fire a frag missile at this platoon here, but it scattered 4 inches to over here, so unfortunately it didn't do anything.
So it did nothing.
The assault squad on foot that were in there have moved to here and then ran to here.
Yeah.
So that next turn they can move out of the building to here and then try and run into there to stay in cover and claim that objective. Okay,
pretty cool. Now, we had Corax over here.
Yep. Corax and the accompanying jump pack assault squad jump packed to about here.
Yeah.
Then they ran another 4 inches to about here, and then they were within 4 inches in the assault phase. They assaulted a guard squad which had an attached heavy bolter,
and they completely devastated.
Completely wiped them out. The guard didn't get any attacks back.
To a man.
They took out every single man. So that was the end of that turn. But then we have to do basically random artillery pieces and barrage that are hitting the ground. Because remember, this is a war-torn city. There's artillery coming in from all different directions. And to simulate that, we roll a D3, and that's the amount of explosions that are laid out on the table, and each side rolls it. So unfortunately, you got hit, didn't you? A direct hit.
Matt got 1 blast template, but he put it on Corax. He got a direct hit, and he managed to get a rending hit on my sergeant of the assault squad. So I've lost the sergeant, unfortunately.
Ooh,
small victory.
Small victory for the enemy.
In the throat there.
Small victory for the enemy, as they're very happy with that. And you also did some damage to his side as well.
I also only got one blast template, but I put it directly in the middle of this squad, and it hit. And I only caused 2 wounds, but one wound was a regular trooper, but the other crucially took out his heavy flamer.
Oh,
so the heavy flamers are at play, which is quite fortunate.
Needless to say, next turn we will not be having roasted crow.
No, you won't be having roasted
raven.
Roasted raven. Okay, so that's the end of turn 1 for the Raven Guard. It's now turn 1 for the Vostroyan. I will see you at the end of their turn 1, and it's going to be a very exciting game. Okay guys, so here we are at the end of turn 1 for the Vostroyans. It's been a very exciting game. I've got to say, so far, turn 1 for me in this game has been the most exciting game so far. So we're here with Matt, who's got his mug of tea in hand, like all good generals. I've just stole his line.
British military general here.
British military general. He's now going to explain to us what he did, okay, and how he's moved and what he's shot at. So over to you, Matt.
Okay, so to start with, we've got like my armoured contingent up this one flank, pushed forward. Tank just moved flat out just to try and get round to a better position. The sentinels moved up and fired their autocannons through the building, hitting the dreadnought. One shot of the 6, unfortunately, hit it on the front armour. Because it's got extra armour, it was just reduced to shaken, so it can't shoot next turn. But I'm okay with that so far.
Yeah, but will they be?
Squad of veterans here just moved up and ran into the building to secure the objective.
Taking objective, smart move.
We've got a squad of our gen-hanced, drugged-up super warriors.
Yeah, good you remembered. Okay.
They moved up, and obviously the drugs are doing something funny to their eyes because they tried to shoot at the scouts there, but were just outside of range. There's a squad of veterans up next to them that just moved up and ran into the building.
Okay.
As we come across, we'll get to...
We're not going to talk about these guys yet. We're going to talk about these guys.
Excuse me. Right. Again, this is just another squad. They've taken some heavy casualties from the scouts last turn, so they've moved into the crater, tried to shoot up at them, but unfortunately the flashlights that they're holding just out of their maximum range there.
But I can see that I know where you're going to be going with those.
Yeah, objective in the centre, so hopefully you can take them.
Okay, so we're going to move around here because it's all been happening on this side of the board, really, hasn't it? It's all been go, go, go.
Yeah.
So let's start with your command squad.
Okay, my command squad, knowing that Corax is scary and his assault marines are scary, I decided to move the standard a little bit closer just to kind of consolidate my men. I'm slightly concerned that they're going to be taking many leadership tests next turn. The real men of the hour up here were my platoon command squad and my squad of just normal infantry there that fired onto Corax. As you can see, he's had his guard have been significantly thinned in number.
He actually has.
What makes you think I need a bodyguard?
But it actually... we were saying just now, because we've actually recorded this twice before the camera decided to shut itself off, we were saying actually the Imperial Guard weapons, people mock the Imperial Guard for their weapons being naff, but when you've got a large group firing,
it's the rule of poo, and it's very scary, especially if you've got first rank fire, second rank fire, then it's even scarier.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly.
Yeah, I mean we've had the command squad and 3 squads worth of just normal Imperial Guards shoot at Corax and his guard, and all the assault marines are dead. And by a little bit,
he's taken a wound.
And he did take a wound. Thanks to
but we need to talk about that. But we're actually a bit of hysterics here because I'm actually going to just pan up a bit, and you'll see why we were laughing earlier and why we pulled back.
Some tactical manoeuvring here has created a lovely little trench through which some lovely lasers have been fired. Unfortunately, this turn they failed to wound Corax. But next turn, let's see if our high power. If Imperial Guard lasguns are just normal torches, then we're talking mag lights here. Let's see what the mag lights do next turn.
Let's see what the big flashlights do to them. So all in all, it's actually been quite an exciting game. We've done the explosions for the artillery pieces. How many did you get on you? 3?
I had 3 against me that all scattered off target. I got 1 back against Miles, which scattered off target again. I decided to go for his marines in the building because I'm slightly concerned if I aim for Corax I won't hit this turn and I'll take out all my own squad.
Exactly.
And I like having men on the table.
Oh, do you?
Okay, so the sexual innuendos are flying high now. Okay, so now we're moving on to the end of turn 2 for the Raven Guard. I'll see you at the end of turn 2. It should be very exciting, and I'll see you later.